Hi, hello, welcome back. My name is Maddie. I like to read books. That's about it. And for today, surprise, it's another reading vlog. I really enjoy making reading vlogs. I love chatting about books that I'm currently reading. I love just yapping about books. I hope some of you like watching them. For the book that I'm currently reading, it's This Woven Kingdom. I am borrowing this from my library, so this is just a good reminder that if you have a local library near you that you are able to use, just remember that the resource is there for you to borrow books. Plus, I just love supporting libraries. It's my favorite pastime. But yeah, anyways, I'm reading This Woven Kingdom. I'm pretty sure it's a trilogy, and I'm like pretty sure that it is a completed series, so at least I have that going for me. I did read it the first three books in the Shatter Me series. I actually still haven't finished the Shatter Me series yet, but I did finish the first three books, which I feel like I already finished like that part of the story, and I think the latter three books are after the time period of Shatter Me. So I don't know, I'm just not like completely drawn to like have to finish it all at once because I already finished like part one of the story, if that makes sense. Anyways, very long tangent. I am reading This Woven Kingdom, and I'm actually really excited to read this book and series. It is a YA fantasy series. It has clashing empires, a forbidden romance, and a long-forgotten queen destined to save her people. It's an epic romantic trilogy inspired by Persian mythology, and doesn't that just sound amazing to you? Because it sounds amazing to me. But basically, it follows the main character. She's a long-lost heir to an ancient kingdom, but she is forced to hide in plain sight as a servant. And the crown prince has heard prophecies foretelling the death of his king, but he could never have imagined that the servant girl with the strange eyes, the girl he can't put out of his mind, would one day soon uproot his kingdom and the world. Like I said, it just sounds great. I don't know, just like potentially a trilogy that I can really just like sink my teeth into and have a really good reading experience. And I don't know, it just sounds amazing. I literally only read the first chapter because I read it last night when I was in bed, and then after I finished chapter one, I was like, I am too tired to read right now. So I really don't know too much beyond the basic premise of the book and what has been said so far in chapter one, which I feel like not a whole lot has been said in chapter one so far. I am excited to keep on reading and see how it goes and see how I like it. I did like the Shatter Me series. I didn't think it was like amazing, but I did enjoy it and I had fun and it was entertaining. And I know this is like a more recently published series, so I'm excited to read more about the author and just see like how her writing fits into a different story, a different plot, and different characters. That's what I'm reading currently. I'm only reading this book right now. I might start another one, but I don't really know right now. I kind of just want to get further along into this book before maybe starting another book. But we will see. I'm a mood reader at heart, so I really don't know what I'm going to be reading. Kind of just like picking up a book that I want to read in that moment and reading it. It's just more fun that way. I'm going to continue reading This Woven Kingdom tonight, and let's see how far I get into it. Yeah, I'm on like page 11. I have like apparently 7 hours left of the book, but I feel like that will change because I don't think Kindle recognizes my reading speed yet because I only read the first chapter and I was reading it at night when I was like literally kind of falling asleep. So I feel like it won't take me 7 hours to read the rest of the book. Oh my god, the lighting changed so drastically. Oh hey, what's up? It's actually been a couple days. I've been slowly chugging along This Woven Kingdom, and I feel like I have like 2 days left of my library hold, or less than 2 days left of my library hold, so I really need to finish this book. But I just wanted to jump on here with like an initial update of what I've been reading so far. I'm currently on page 127. I have like 4 hours and 40 minutes left in the book. So I still have a good chunk of it left to read, and I feel like this book has surprised me in a lot of ways. I knew going into it that it was going to be based on Persian mythology, and it was going to have like this forbidden romance and secret identities and clashing empires and all that fun stuff. But I have been really, really enjoying particularly the world building elements or the mythology elements of this book. Like I said, it's based on Persian mythology, which personally I am really unfamiliar with. So it's been such a joy to learn about Persian mythology through the lens of this book. And I've been really enjoying the writing style of this book so far. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I have read Shatter Me before, and to me, those books feel very young adult in terms of the writing style. And at times, some of the metaphors were a little bit questionable, but I feel like This Woven Kingdom has been such an improvement writing wise compared to Shatter Me. I feel like people, for whatever reason, don't really like this book as much as Shatter Me, which I don't know. It makes sense because I feel like Shatter Me just has such a large cult following around that book, whereas This Woven Kingdom, I don't think it really has that, at least to the same degree as Shatter Me, but I feel like This Woven Kingdom is severely slept on because I've been really enjoying it so far. I feel like the writing is just so good and immersive into the world, into like the characters and who they are as characters, that I'm at 23% of the book, and the FMC and the MMC don't even have a romance yet because I swear to God, I feel like every single book I read these days, the romance is like insta love, and I don't like it. I don't like it every time. That's a bit dramatic. Sometimes it can be okay, but I feel like most of the time it's like I just want a slow burn or a slower burn. Like it doesn't have to be Mariana Zapata level of slow burn, but I just need like more tension, more yearning, more longing in the romance. So I really appreciate that I'm at the 23% mark of this book, and there's been pretty much zero romance so far. I mean, there's been hints of it, but it's been very small, subtle hits. So I really appreciate that. I'm just kind of done with books at this point where the FMC and the MMC are instantly attracted to one another, especially like they're supposed to be rivals or enemies or not like each other or on opposite sides of a feud. Like, I don't need them to be instant attracted to one another or instantly liking each other, because it does nothing for the tension. Rant aside, I need to finish reading this book, so I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna read and hopefully jump back in later with either another update or hopefully my final update. I'm like 30% into the book so far, so literally not even that far in since my last update. And Kamran, the MMC, he is so down bad. So damn bad. He is so obsessed. And he doesn't even know why. But we know why. Readers, we know why. Also, I feel like just learning so much more about the plot and the world and how everything is working and the prophecy. And yeah, according to this prophecy, their romance is forbidden. Not forbidden like in a weird way by any means, but forbidden in like they can't be together because of circumstances that were set up by the world itself. And I don't know. I feel like it's just gonna be sad. Is this gonna be sad? As you saw from the last clip, I ended up finishing This Woven Kingdom. The ending went off, and I was very surprised by everything that was happening. I'm gonna give it a 4 star for now. I really enjoyed the writing and the world building of This Woven Kingdom. I also thought there were so many like just wonderful, great romantic lines throughout the novel. Well, more towards like the latter half of the novel than the beginning half. Literally, at some points of the book, I was just like highlighting every other line because they were all bangers. I really had a great reading experience of This Woven Kingdom. I feel like maybe the reason why people don't really like this book as much, or I've just seen more mixed reviews of this book, but I feel like the reason why people don't like it might be because it is definitely a slower paced book for a good portion of the book, and I feel like more towards the end it did start to pick up more. For the majority, it is pretty slower, medium paced, which personally I don't really mind. I thought that it really fit the setting. It was very much like a slow reveal of everything that was going on and the information that we learned about the world and the characters. So I really enjoyed that because I felt like we would learn new information like every couple of chapters or so. It was like a slow, steady stream of like reveals over time. Not that they were like big, crazy reveals. Well, at the end it was, but throughout the whole book, it was just like small reveals throughout time where you got to learn more about the characters and the world and like the magic system. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to be continuing on with the series. I don't have the next book right now because I'm borrowing it from my library, and I think I have like another week or two left on my hold before I can borrow it. But I will definitely be picking it up once I get my hands on it. Based on how the first book ended, I am very intrigued to see how book two is going to go. And so I guess we will find out, or I will find out once I read it. But yeah, this is where I'm going to end this reading vlog. It took me some time to finish this book. And even though I only read like one book for this entire vlog, sometimes my weeks are like that. And I only read like one book. And then other times I read like 3 or 5 books. It is insane, my range. But if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I'll see you later.